Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of the indicator
Target
store.
filled.
And today let me show you how you can obtain a report of the performance or when you have several strategies working together. This is a VPS where we have several strategies working together, and let's say I want to have a report of what happened during the week on all the strategies, no? And you can see we have 5 different strategies on 2 different instruments. On the left we have Standard & Poor's, on the right we have Nasdaq, and we have 5 charts for each one. On NinjaTrader you have the option New Trade Performance. With this menu, Trade Performance, and has several features, like for example I want to check this week, no? And we are on the week of 17, so let's start from Monday 14 to now. We are just starting the day, so currently we have complete days. We have 14, 15 and 16, okay, because we are just starting with 17. So we can click on generate, and now we get a general number. So okay, everything is working fine, but I don't know if any of the setups need an adjustment, or which one is working better than the other. Well, we have filters where we can, for example, filter by the templates. Usually each strategy has a different ATM, but if for some reason two of them are using the same ATM, then we cannot filter by that. We can also filter by account, and this is what I am going to do now, because I have a different account name for each setup, even if they are pointing to the same broker. And finally, on the instruments, we can select the instruments. So for example, if I want to check the Standard & Poor's on 8-year trend, I can leave only Standard & Poor's on 8-year trend. So turn off all the filters, and this is not working fine, okay? But there is a better way of doing this. So select all. So we have the general number, and now we can go to the section trades. So now we have one row per each trade of each strategy that now we can export. So right click, export. And we can use this name. Okay, I am going to export to downloads. Save. And that's all. Now, on the downloads of this computer, of the VPS, I can select the last file, right click and copy, and move it to my computer. Right click and paste on the local computer. And this is a comma separated values, but we can use an Excel to analyze that. Let me show you how you can do that. I open a new sheet. And I need to import file, import, upload, and then I can drop this file. I want to replace the current spreadsheet, import, and now I have the data on this spreadsheet. Okay, I can convert this to a table, but this is just visual, no? Because we can change this to convert to table. It looks much better, but this is just for visual because now we can filter by each of them. But the most important of having this on Excel or on Google Sheet is that you can create a pivot table. So we can go to Insert. Let me select all the table. Table 1. So everything is selected. And insert a pivot table on a new sheet. Okay. And now I can place on the rows, on the columns, or on the values the different fields. For example, let's say on the account we have the 5 different setups. So we can choose account and place it on the rows. Okay, now we have four of the 5 because maybe there is one of the setups that has no trace during this week. And then on the row, I want the dates. The dates is entry time. We can use entry time on the row. Yeah. We can remove the let me check what happens if I place this on columns. Yes, I don't want hour per hour. I want to group this by date. Right click and create a group. I only want to see the day of the week. Okay, because we have only 1 week, but maybe you want to see the day or day and month. This is also useful if you have several days and several months. Let's see how it looks. Yes, it looks much better. Okay, and so now we have a group of dates and strategies. And then I want to see the net profit, and the net profit is this field, the profit. Okay. So we want the profit in the values, and when you move this here, then you can calculate the sum of the profits. Okay. Or you can calculate the maximum, the minimum, etc. We can see there is a bad number here or 2 bad numbers. Okay. Now, which instrument, Nasdaq or Standard & Poor's? We can split this by instrument here. And we can split all these columns or all these rows. Let's see how it looks on the rows here, in this area. So we have Standard & Poor's and Nasdaq. Okay, and maybe you can also consolidate. Okay, Standard & Poor's is not working fine with this instrument, with this setup, sorry. Or you can also place the instrument on the columns at the top here. So all these columns are for Standard & Poor's or for Nasdaq. I think it looks better here. Okay, but not in this order. Maybe the date first, like this. Yes, much better. And that's all. This is the method to create a flexible report that you can manage. And then you only need to add more data when you have more trades. Okay, hope this video has been useful. If you have any question or comment, you can find me on the chat room that we have on Discord. The access is free and the instructions are on the description of this video. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.